Our next award was created by the MassBio Economic Development Advisory Group, or known as EDAG, to recognize an individual or organization that contributes to the industry's economic development here in Massachusetts. To announce this year's winner, I'd like to welcome Mark Bamforth, MassBio board member and chairman of the EDAG group, to the stage. Come on up, Mark, to introduce our award winner.
Thanks, Bob. So the EDAG is a meeting that takes place at the MassBio offices of those who are interested in economic development in our region. It's people from cities, people from parts of Massachusetts, it's developers, and together we get together and we talk about what are some of the barriers and the challenges and the needs to help our industry grow. And you don't need to travel far from here to see the incredible expansion of space. My first trip when I was living in the UK to Massachusetts, we had many empty car park lots out here that now are filled with office and laboratory buildings. And not just in Cambridge, but spreading out throughout the region. And part of EDAG's work has been to encourage the establishment of bio-ready sites, the identification of locations across the state that are ready to support the growth of biotechnology. And so it's really my pleasure as chairman of this group to announce our 2015 Leading Impact Award. As Bob said, the goal is to recognize those who are helping this growth within our state. And so as we think about the award, we weigh up different categories. We look at the actions that individuals or companies have taken to strengthen our ecosystem, and look at those who've really pioneered and made groundbreaking attempts to increase the strength of our cluster. With a number of very worthy nominees this year, and I'm pleased to announce that the winner for the 2015 Leading Impact Award is Chancellor Michael Collins. Chancellor Collins is the Senior Vice President for Life Sciences across the entire UMass system, as well as the Chancellor of the Medical School. Chancellor Collins took on the charge of establishing UMass as the premier public partner for the Commonwealth's life sciences sector. His efforts were instrumental in developing a strategic plan to maximize UMass's role in the state's life science ecosystem. And the impact of these efforts has been significant. Secretary Ash this morning talked about the #1 priority being workforce development and workforce support for the growth of our industry. The number of UMass students graduating with life science degrees has grown by 70% between 2007 and 2013. UMass has been involved in licensing technologies and is ranked #2 in Massachusetts and 15th in the nation. 22 inter-campus research projects have been funded, and numerous new partnerships with external stakeholders are serving as the drivers of innovation across the Commonwealth. So Chancellor Collins is a worthy recipient of this award. True to his cause, he is unavailable today. He is waging battle in Washington, D.C. on behalf of the university. So it's my pleasure instead to present this award to Brendan O'Leary. Brendan is the Executive Vice Chancellor for Innovation and Development at UMass's Medical School, and he will accept on behalf of the Chancellor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Bob. As Mark mentioned, the Chancellor is in D.C. talking with our congressional delegation today, although after listening to Mark's remarks, I wonder if he's actually really there or he just didn't want to follow that. So that was wonderful. You could be in Worcester for all I know right now. But I am pleased to accept this award on behalf of the Chancellor. He thanks MassBio so much for being such a great partner with the University of Massachusetts system, and he also thanks UMass President Bob Corrett for nominating him for the award. The Chancellor asked me to share just a few brief remarks. It's only a couple paragraphs. It'll take about the same time as your lunch, I hope. So, as Mark mentioned, so UMass several years ago made a very bold strategic decision, and that was to try to become the premier partner for the life sciences industry in Massachusetts. The sector's leading role, obviously, in the state's economy, but also in the great benefit that it brings to so many people, so many sick people, really fits very well with the university's mission, particularly at the medical school. What's unknown to the outside world is how much effort, substantial effort, and investment and collective thinking it took to get the entire university system together to accomplish these goals. Our life sciences task force that the Chancellor led unified what had been 5 independent states into what he calls a united federation with a shared strategic mission. That group invested over $1.2 billion in very substantial infrastructure projects, but also really investing in extraordinary human talent, which is really what's caused so much progress at the university. I won't repeat all of the great things that Mark mentioned that the university has accomplished over time, but it has been quite impressive, and it's been spread across all the campuses. Particularly from my perspective, what's been most important, because I do a lot of the business development and innovation work there, is all these accomplishments that we've had and all the progress has enabled an incredible number of strategic collaborations to take place between the university and the life sciences industry in the Commonwealth. So just in closing, I'd say that this award recognizes a new era and new reality for UMass's relationship with the life sciences community. We'll continue working closely with all of our partners, including MassBio, and happy 30th on that, Bob, to strengthen this world-class cluster that we have and to develop innovations that will help all the patients that everyone in this room is trying to help. So thank you very much on behalf of the Chancellor. Oh, yeah.